Ultimately, the decision on the adding machine was made structurally. Almost every scene in the play breaks down to 2 or 3 characters, and logistically, trying to bring people in under DVTS and stream them in from 1,000 miles away, we figured instead of trying to do large group scenes, doing 1 or 2 actors would be much more doable. There was a huge learning curve. Some of my colleagues had done this type of work before. Almost all the students who worked on the production live here had never been in front of a camera before. Some of the scenes, which were composited video scenes where we had 2 actors playing some 14 different roles in a scene. We had to shoot that very, very early to give the media guys time to put everything together. And so we were literally teaching them in front of the camera on how to give a point of view and a focus and not to overact. I guess the biggest challenge is communication. Even though we're fully connected, the 1,000 miles difference still creates challenges in keeping in touch and making sure everybody's on the same place. Just like when you're doing film work, your scene partner's not probably standing across from you when you're doing that close-up. And so we were training them to do film work, acting for the camera, realizing that we wanted to create a dynamic that would work for a live theater audience, and manipulating the imagery in the live theater itself to give us the effect that we wanted. So when Michelle Ziccarelli plays Mrs. Zero as the nagging wife, we have the ability to clone her and put 3 of her on the screen so that in Zero's mind, in his subjective reality, he cannot escape her, which is part of his torment. I'm a classicist in my basic work, and I can see how those classical stories can resonate with new technologies. I've got a production of Dr. Faust that I've been wanting to do for about 10 years now, and the technology is just catching up. What happens to a medieval man if we handed him the internet today? You know, we talk about the magic of Faust and what the power of knowledge is, and that's what the story's about, the use and misuse of power. This technology lends itself to more theatrical forms of theater. Neil Simon's not going to work well. Realism as a basic form, because you're not creating a verisimilitude or truthfulness using the video work. You're taking a greater sense of theatricality. So classics allow themselves to have that. We're truly trying to make the technology invisible, in that the narrative, the story still, the audience has come to see a story. And if the story can't hold their attention, all the bells and whistles in the world aren't going to do us any good.